What's good, my booskies? I'm Cotton Kitty, and you're in Cotton Kitty's Corner, where we're just gonna sit back and vibe and just connect for a moment. So, take a deep breath, forget your worries for a moment, and let's just chill for a second. Allow this mental relief. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. I appreciate your kinetic energy. I got some good vibes ahead, so stick around and let's create a soul soothing atmosphere together. So, today we're going to talk about Wind Down Wednesdays. Wind Down Wednesdays. Actually, we're doing something a little bit different today. We're coming live to you from TikTok. So if you are joining us live on TikTok, thank you so much for being my co-host. It was really, really fun to do this with you guys, and I hope we can do more in the future. So today, we're going to talk about winding down and self-care. Winding down and self-care. I know that when I'm winding down, I like to make sure I create myself a atmosphere. So I would make sure that I have my smell goods. You know how I like my smell goods. You guys know how I feel about my smell goods. If you joined us on episode 2, we talked about smell goods then and there and setting the atmosphere, I believe. So I like to put my ylang ylang and my grapefruit oils in the diffuser and just allow that to engulf my bathroom, especially if I'm taking a nice high bubble bath. Bubble baths are one of my favorite ways of winding down. It's also one of my favorite ways of giving myself some much needed time, care, and attention. So, one of the things that I'll have in my bubble bath is one of those beaded masks. So, one of those silicone masks that's full of the gel beads. Those things are magical. If you have sore eyes or if they're just tired, maybe they're burning or have a little puffiness, those masks you can heat up or you can cool down. It all really depends on what it is that you need at the moment. And it's also nice because it helps rehydrate the area. So, fighting off those little smile lines and those little crow's feet in the area would be just a little touch that you need in your routine. So, with those beaded masks, if you maybe have a tray that you use in the bathroom, I have multiple trays because I am dramatic in that sense. You can get a bowl of cold water or a bowl of hot water, and you can recool your mask throughout your bath, or you can reheat your mask throughout your bath. And you can have that as a rejuvenation depending on what you need. I know if my eyes are a little bit more puffy, I'll use cool water or cold water, maybe a ice water to cool up, raise the temperature of my mask, and that help with that swellingness under your eyes. If you have your eye cream, it helps with sealing in much needed moisture because the eyes have very, very thin layers of skin around it. So it's nice to take care of those little things there. If I need a little bit more relaxation, if I maybe have some oil treatment or something on, I'll put the heat on just to have the moisturizers and stuff soak in. Also, something I like to do while I'm in the bath is maybe a face mask or something of the sort. Maybe you have a silicone mask, something you can lay over the top of your face. I also like to have a nice little pillow, some music playing, maybe some Joe and Coltrane and Duke Ellington. Can never go wrong with a little Kareem Bailey Ray. I am a huge advocate for Kareem Bailey Ray. She's one of my favorites. And also a nice glass of wine. I like a red wine, a full-bodied red wine, a little bit more on the bitter side. So what else do you guys like to do to unwind after a long day? Massages, yes, absolutely. Massages are a classic. Everyone loves a good massage. The more popular areas, of course, are the shoulders, the legs, the back, the lower back, or maybe even the buttocks, the feet, the calves. But I like a nice hand massage. I am a big fan of the hand massages. Is that weird? Does anyone find it to be a little bit weird? I don't know. There's something about having the palms of your hands massaged. It feels so good to me to have those little kinks worked out. You never really realize how much you do with your hands until someone is kind of helping you melt that stress away. And that's what a massage is, to, help melt the stress away. I find something very relaxing when someone's going in those inner parts of your palm and working those muscles in your palm. It just sends a tingly feeling up my arm. It feels very tingly. A scalp, you like to have a scalp massage. Oh, okay, yeah. Scalp massages are amazing. Scalp massages are wonderful, wonderful. It's something about having those fingers with, in your head on your actual scalp and just giving nice little pressure, a nice little gentle squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. With scalp massages, it's something about them, like you end up leaning your head into the masseur and just rocking your hair round and round as they massage your scalp. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Do I like a foot rub? Yes, absolutely. Who doesn't love a good foot rub? However, I must admit I am insanely ticklish. I'm insanely ticklish, and when you're being tickled, it signals a fight or flight signal. So I have to be very, very careful with my massages, and my feet is very, very ticklish. It's one of the most ticklish places that I have. So I have to be very careful because it can turn into a massage that is torment very, very easily because of my um, disposition to tickling. Oh my gosh, brokenhearted, you've never had a massage? Oh no, I'm so sorry, Booski. What could we do to right this wrong in the world? You've never had a massage. We have to do something about that. I say my advice to you would be to get a Groupon. Maybe find a 30-minute Groupon and just blow caution to the wind. Just blow caution to the wind. I'm so sorry. You've never had a massage. You know, when I first started getting massages, I did not like them at first. I have to be honest. I was not a fan at first. But that's because I was so tense. I was so tense, and my muscles were so knotted up. And you could literally touch my shoulder ever so gently, just ever so gently, and it would be very painful. I found them to be very painful massages. It wasn't until maybe back in the early 2010s when I was in a very bad car accident and I had to do physical therapy. It wasn't until physical therapy that I got a newfound appreciation for massages and their benefits. It took me a couple of times. It took me a couple of tries, a couple of goes, but after that initial uncomfortableness, because that's how far along I was, after that phase, oh my gosh, it was so amazing after that. It was amazing. So I would definitely recommend it. And if it's a little uncomfortable at first, just make sure to let your masseur know that you require very, very delicate hands until they can work out the knot and you can get deeper and deeper with. For those of you who are just joining with us, we are live here on TikTok and we're doing a live recording of my podcast. So we're talking about Wind Down Wednesdays, and we're talking about our favorite things to do as we wind down for the evening. This podcast will be posted to my SoundCloud account, so make sure you click on my bio and click the link and it'll take you right to my SoundCloud page. But I do want to thank you for joining me tonight and being my co-host as we talk about how we like to wind down for the evening. We've talked about setting smell good oils in our diffusers, your favorite ones. I really do like ylang ylang and grapefruit. We've also talked about bubble baths and how we like our bubble baths with candles and with some face masks, the beads with the gel beads that cover your eyes and can help with the puffiness. We've talked about how we like to get massages. different type of massages, foot massages, hand massages, scalp massages, all different types of massages. So that's what we were talking about as you join in with us for the evening. Oh, wow. Thank you, class. Class is really showing so much love here on the live. And I just want to give class a nice shout out to let you know that I do appreciate the love and I do feel the love over here. And that's what we like to do. We like to set the atmosphere, we like to be supportive to one another and show each other love. And that's what this corner is all about. That's Kotton Kitty's corner, is to show all the love. And I feel the love from you on tonight. So I thank you so much for that, class. This has been a really, really wonderful night. I've been enjoying vibing and relaxing and chilling with you guys and having you on as my co-host for the evening. I really did enjoy this. Did you guys enjoy it? And show of hands, you guys did enjoy it. I'm so happy that you did. I'm so happy that you did. This has been really fun. I think that I'll do this maybe more often. Would you guys like that? Would you guys like for me to bring the Kotton Kitty corner over to TikTok and we can just vibe and groove for a little bit? Yeah, that sounds like a fun idea to me too. I really did have fun having you guys on as my co-hosts. Yeah, I enjoyed getting the ideas and the feedback from you guys in real time. Has it's been really great. This has been really wonderful. It's been really fun. I think that this might be a winning idea. I hope you guys think it's a winning idea as well. I hope that you guys don't mind the back and forth while listening to the podcast itself. Hopefully, it has some good vibes. Hopefully, it has a good flow. So, if you're into this type of vibe and this type of energy, then this is the place for you. I've decided to kind of produce and put my name on this type of, I guess, entertainment because I feel like it's important. I feel that in a chaotic world where we have to go out and fight the day and be warriors and fight to achieve our goals, fight to be heard, fight for a place at the table. I think out of all of that, it's really, really imperative to have that one place where you can come just for the quiet, just for some easement, just for a peace of mind. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stake my name under this ASMR umbrella just so people can, have that relief. Okay, we had a little disconnection with the mic, but it looks like we are back. We are rocking and we're rolling. Okay, it seems as though we did have a question, and to answer that question, I do like ASMR, but I am new to this arena. I am new to this field. I'm diving into the world, and I see that there are multiple different kinds of ASMR. I've seen the mouthing ASMR and the sound. I've seen the talking, the visual stimulations with maybe sand and color. But I do have my own I do have my own favorite ASMR, and it's a little bit different from some of the more popular ones out. Mine is more of a transformation base that give me that relief that ASMR is known to give. So I like to see transformations of pedicures. Not just any pedicure, it has to start off in the most tragic of beginnings, the most tragic of state, and I want to see that transformation. And I know it may sound a little bit weird, and it can be, but just seeing that relief from those issues that the goer was having before the pedicure and the transformation after the manicurist has completed the pedicure is amazing to me. It does give me that sense of so if you are interested in seeing if you're daring enough to watch it, my favorite is on YouTube. She's called the Meticulous Manicurist. So, Meticulous Manicurist on YouTube. I do subscribe to her and I am a huge fan. I'll actually go to sleep. You know, the foot basin does have a jet jacuzzi, and the humming sound of, those jet jacuzzis can be very soothing, and that's a form of ASMR in itself. The jacuzzi does have the water bubbling over, so that bubbling does sound like a babbling brook. And we all know how I'm a big fan of running water or rain trickles or babbling brooks. And so if you wanted to see if you're a little daring, I encourage you to check her out and give it a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know your thoughts and your feelings behind it. I would love to kind of discuss with you guys. It looks like we may have had some more microphone issues, but that's okay because we're going to finish the rest of the podcast just talking about some of the things that we like to do to wind down. We've talked about soundscapes on yesterday, and that's some of the things that I like to do. I do like to put on a soundscape, but I'll be honest, being in the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia, I can go outside, and that's a soundscape in itself. Right now, while I'm recording the podcast and finishing up the rest of this half an hour, I can hear the cicadas and the crickets. I don't know if it's actually cicadas, but I know that the bugs outside are loud. Don't be too harsh on me. I'm a city girl. I haven't been in the country that long. I haven't been in the rural area that long. So some of these nighttime sounds I'm still getting used to. So please don't tear me up too bad if I call a cricket a cicada and vice versa. I'm still learning about them all. I'm still learning the different sounds. I know that in the morning time, my favorite thing is in the morning when I let the dogs out and let them run around to stretch their legs the first part of the day and to go and relieve themselves. I like to hear the birds. The birds and the squirrels, they dance and play and mate in the trees, and it is one of the most serene moments of my morning. I do not take that time very lightly. I don't at all. I don't take it very lightly at all. When I am out there and I am amongst the trees and I can hear the squirrels play in excitement, or I can hear the birds call out and chirp and sing, I take in that morning air. I do. I'll admit that I'll take that moment and I'll stand in that moment and be present in that moment. I'll notate if there's a breeze or not. I'll notate if I can see the sky or if it's a cloudy day. Lately, it has been very cloudy. It's been raining a lot here in Georgia, specifically on the outskirts of Atlanta. We've been having those skirts of rain from the hurricane down in Florida, and I hope that all of my Florida listeners are okay. I hope that you guys are being safe. But I definitely take advantage of the morning and take in that morning air into my lungs. Most of the time, it is a bit dewy out, and that's okay because that's how my lawn get water. That's how the trees get water. The pear tree and the peach tree. I have a rose bush as well, and it gets water in the morning that way because it's dewy outside. It's a little bit cooler, it's a little bit colder, but the birds are still around. They haven't went anywhere just yet, so I'll continue to take advantage of that fact. So that's something that I like to do to get my day started out in a good light. You know, sometimes you don't have to always wind down from a bad day, but sometimes it's okay to have a wind down start to your day. Start out with centering yourself and centering your chi. Start out your day with a little bit of breathing techniques, maybe a little bit of yoga. You can do a little bit of those stretches and see if it puts you in a better mood for the day. See if it gives you a little bit more pep to your step, a little bit more oomph and gumption for the day. Sometimes it's okay to set ourselves up to have a good day and be proactive, giving ourselves that serene and mental relief doesn't always have to be a reactive thing. It doesn't always have to be something that we do to cope with what has happened. It's okay if we create our space to move into before we get there. It's okay to premeditate a calm demeanor, a centered self, a more centered chi. So I would like to hear some of the things that you guys like to do to set yourself up for success. I know in the meditation world and in the holistic world, we talk about how do we combat things that has already happened. But I think a much better conversation is how do we set ourselves up so that we have an advantage before those things happen. I would love to know you guys' thoughts on this. I would love to know what it is that you do, and maybe I'll think about some of the things that I do so I can share with you. How does that sound? Good? Yeah, it sounds good to me too. So that's all the time we have here in Kotton Kitty's Corner. I hope you enjoyed the vibe and setting the atmosphere with me. I hope you're leaving here a little bit better than how you came. I really do hope you enjoy spending the last half an hour with me, because I definitely enjoy spending my last half an hour with you. So until next time, my booskies, stay lovely, stay humble, and definitely, definitely collect that vibe.